In Google Sheets, a cell is a rectangular space where a row and column intersect. Cells are the fundamental units of a spreadsheet and can hold various types of data, including numbers, formulas, and other values. Knowing how to select cells is essential in Google Sheets. Let's select the cell that contains the company Apple. Cells are identified by a cell name or reference, which is a combination of the column letter and the row number. For example, we have selected cell A5, which is the cell at the intersection of column A and row 5. The selected cell will have a border around it. Also, the column letter and row number will be shaded. The cell reference can also be seen in the name box at the upper left corner. To select multiple cells, hold the Shift key down, then use the arrow keys to select additional cells. While holding down the Shift key, I will press the down arrow key 3 times, then the right arrow key 1 time to select these 8 cells. To select an entire row, click on the row header. This will highlight all the cells in that row. Additionally, the row header will be shaded darker to show that the entire row is selected. Selecting columns isn't very different to selecting rows. To select a column, click the column header. All the cells in that column are selected. Also, the column's header is shaded darker to indicate that the entire column is selected. To select multiple columns, hold the Shift key, then press the left or right arrow keys to select additional columns. I will click in a cell in the spreadsheet to deselect the 4 columns. To select all the cells in the spreadsheet, click the Select All box in the upper left corner. Please note that you can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+A to select all the cells. In this lesson, you learned about selecting cells in Google Sheets, including how to select multiple cells, rows, and columns. When building a spreadsheet, you will add text, numbers, and formulas into cells. In this lesson, we will look at how to enter and edit cell data in Google Sheets. To enter cell data, select the cell you want to enter data into. The selected cell will have a border around it, since it is now the active cell. I will enter the data into the cell, then press Enter. In the previous example, we entered data into a blank cell. You can also edit data in a cell that is populated. To edit cell data, double-click the cell you want to edit. Next, type the new data, then press Enter. To delete cell contents, select the cell or cells you want to clear. Next, press the Delete key. The contents are deleted from the cell. To duplicate or relocate data within Google Sheets, you can utilize the Copy or Cut commands. Copying enables you to swiftly replicate its contents into a different cell. To copy cell data, select the cell or cells you want to copy. Click Edit on the menu. Select Copy. Next, select the cell where you want to paste the data. Click Edit. Finally, select Paste. The contents of the original cell are replicated in the newly selected cell. When using Copy, the data in the original cell remains. Let's look at a second method to copy a cell. Right-click the cell you want to copy, then click Copy. I forgot to mention it before, but I want to point out the marching ants or animated dashed lines around the cell after clicking Copy. It signifies that the cell is currently selected and ready to be pasted elsewhere. Finally, right-click the cell where you want to copy the data to, then click Paste. There's also a shortcut key to copy and paste. Press Ctrl+C to copy a cell. Then use Ctrl+V to paste the data in the new cell. Now let's look at the Cut command. Cut is like copy, but with Cut, the selected data is removed from the original location. To cut a cell, select the cell or cells you want to cut. Next, click Edit on the menu. Select Cut. Now click the new cell where you want to paste the data. Next, click Edit on the menu. Finally, select Paste. The data is pasted into the new cell while being removed from the original cell. This is how Cut differs from copy. Let's look at a second method to cut a cell. Right-click the cell you want to cut, then click Cut. Next, right-click the cell where you want to paste the data, then click Paste. The shortcut key to cut a cell is Ctrl+X. Then press Ctrl+V to paste the data into the new cell. In this short lesson, you will learn how to use a drag and drop method to move a cell or cells to a different part of a Google Sheet. First, select the cell you want to move. Next, move the mouse pointer over the border of the selected cell until it appears as a hand. Finally, click and drag the cell to the new location in the spreadsheet. You can also move multiple cells at once by selecting a cell range. First, let me reverse my last action by clicking Undo. Next, I will select the range of cells I want to move. Now, I will move the mouse pointer over the border of the selected range until a hand appears. Finally, let's click and drag the cells to the new location in the spreadsheet. In this lesson, you learned how to use the drag and drop method to move cells.